Hello, my name is Eric Brooks, and I'm a TDI, SDI, ERDI instructor trainer. In this video, I'll go over the key elements of the TDI SDI academic presentation. It is important to note that your lesson will be evaluated by an instructor trainer, and as such, you must include all of the subtopics on the form, or you may receive a failing grade. Because the topic of this lesson is academic presentations, I will highlight each subtopic so that you are aware of what I am covering. I would suggest that you do the same during your presentation. Don't make the instructor trainer guess what you are talking about. Tell them. Let's begin. Start by stating your name and member number. As I stated, my name is Eric Brooks. I'm instructor trainer number 8699. Next, state the topic of your presentation. The topic of this presentation, academic presentations. Next is the attention-getting step. The first part of the introduction is where you prepare your students for learning. One way to do that is to get their attention. A simple way to get their attention is by asking questions. Another way is to show a related picture, do a demonstration, really anything to get their attention. For this presentation, I could ask the following questions. Have you ever baked a cake, or maybe your favorite dish? Or maybe you followed the instructions to put together a bike or build a desk. What's the purpose of a recipe or instructions? Well, the purpose is to help you get the perfect final product, the way it was designed. Believe it or not, the steps in the academic presentation are also designed to help you get the perfect final product. In this case, student learning. The next part of the introduction is the importance of the lesson. Why do students need to know how to do this? The importance of this lesson could be stated as to get you familiar with how to present an academic presentation. The next part of the introduction is the objective. The objective answers the question, what should students be able to do, or should they know when the lesson is finished? It gives the students something to focus on during the lesson. The objective for this lesson is that by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to correctly present an academic presentation and score a passing grade. The last part of the introduction is the outline. This is the order that you're going to follow during your lesson. The outline that I will follow can be found on the academic evaluation form. It includes an introduction, which I just covered, the body of the presentation, and the summary. Since I've already covered the part of the introduction, let's move on to the body of my presentation. There are two areas of importance in the body of the presentation. One, organization, and two, correct information. First, be sure to present your information in a logical, organized manner. If you're teaching steps, then follow the steps and always provide correct information. Remember, you're being evaluated. Should you provide information that is incorrect or dangerous, it is likely you will not pass the presentation. Two other key considerations you must have when being evaluated are your interactions with students and your time limit. It's important to engage your students during the lesson. This can be done by asking simple questions that help you understand better what the students already know or whether or not they understand what you have said. Having 5 interactions with your students in a 15-minute lesson is a good number to shoot for. And coincidentally, 15 minutes is the general time limit for an academic presentation. So be sure to practice your presentation and keep an eye on the time. You don't want to go under or over too extensively. As a last point, it's important to have visual aids during your presentation. These can be pictures on PowerPoints or actual equipment when discussing equipment, or demonstrations, just to name a few. The benefits of having visual aids cannot be understated. The final section in the academic presentation is the summary. Here, you will review key points, restate the importance of the lesson, and test your objectives. I'll illustrate these here. So in summary, the key points of my lesson are: 1, be sure to cover all the subheadings and state which ones you are talking about as you discuss them. 2, always give correct information that is well organized. And 3, interact with your students while staying in your time limits. Remember, the importance of the lesson is that you will be evaluated when you give your lesson, and omitting a subsection or giving incorrect or dangerous information could result in a non-passing score. To test my objectives and the final subsection in the summary, I'm going to ask 3 possible questions. 1, what are the 4 main parts of the introduction? 2, what are the 3 parts of a summary? And 3, what is the estimated number of interactions you should have with students in a 15-minute period? After asking your students questions, now is a good time to ask if your students have any questions of you. That concludes the lesson of my academic presentation. Good luck with your presentation. If you have any questions, I'm sure there's a TDI, SDI, ERDI instructor trainer near you that would be happy to provide you with more guidance and clarification.